buddy. Yeah, you, pal. You were seen yawning during the expository dialogue. Weren't you paying attention to the pre-show announcement? You're not going to get away with that stuff anymore. We're cracking down.
And you, Jill Eckert McCall, what did we tell you about laughing at jokes too loudly that aren't that funny? I bet you're friends with one of these writers. What do you think, we're stupid up here?
And you, pal, front row. You're sitting way too tall in your seat.
And you, Justin Heather, every time you cross your legs, you kick the person in front of you.
What seems to be the problem, officers?
Well, Chief McCarthy, it's like rampant anarchy in the crowd out there. People switching in their seats, playing on their cell phones.
Something's got to be done about it, Chief.
Don't you worry about it, officers. There's a new chief in town. I've been given a job, and I'm going to do it. It started very early when I got into this town. The mayor of Chicago said that I must keep crime down. He said my predecessor didn't sit well with his peers, and that Jody Weiss in his hairpiece had stayed too many years. He was always an outsider with his old FBI tools, 'cause our cops won't accept you if you don't play by the rules. Or else you're living in the wild, wild west.
Don't break the rules.
Rounds keeping score. You don't want to fail that test.
Don't break the rules.
That mild transgression that you thought would be just fine, it's against the law. Don't cross the line. We've had some bad policemen who have given us bad press. Like traffic cops who let you off if you will just undress. And there were tapes of officers who preyed upon the weak. And I beating helpless men and women too afraid to speak. And not to mention those confessions which detectives had coerced. This denial of due process, I will see it is reversed.
Don't break the rules.
Or else you're living in the wild, wild west.
Don't break the rules.
Rounds keeping score. You don't want to fail that test.
Don't break the rules.
That mild transgression that you thought would be just fine,
It's
against the law. Don't cross the line. And then there are those citizens who make my job so tough. Those flash mobs out in North Michigan are treating tourists rough. Oh, with gangs on every corner. To the leaders, this I say, I'm gonna bring you down. This ain't South Central in LA. So listen, you Chicagoans, my rule of law is clear. I'll get you if you jaywalk or you loiter anywhere. To all you street musicians who harass folks for a tip, and picnickers in city parks who don't have our permits, I hope you got my lesson. We will teach it in our schools that the game ain't worth it. No, the game ain't worth it. No, it's game. If you're breaking all the rules,
Don't break the rules.
or else you're living in the wild, wild west.
Don't break the rules.
Rob's keeping score, or you don't want to fail that test.
Don't break the rules.
That mild transgression that you thought would be just fine,
It's against